crazy.
Oh my God. I couldn't think of a better guest to have on this morning. Holy cow.
I can't believe it. My dog is barking now. She's
I
outraged.
like a dog. Everyone loves a dog. Good to see you, dude. It's been a minute.
It's been a while, yeah.
Do you remember where you were when you heard he got shot?
I was sitting at the kitchen table at work. My wife texted me and said that her one of her family members had texted her and said, Trump just got shot, ? And I was like, what? I'm like, I was watching our local news at that time. So I was like, you think every news station would have swapped over to it? So then I just immediately put on Fox News, and there it is. There he is sitting there with a bloody ear, getting, pumping his fist, getting ushered off. I was like, all right, no shit, he did get shot.
And then someone in the audience got killed, huh? By the bullet that went one of the bullets that went through his ear?
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the news this morning to get an actual update on it, because everyone was, any politician was like, well, we don't know exactly what happened yet. So I don't know. Is that what happened? Is it they missed and hit a guy in the audience?
From what I can tell, they took 8 shots at him. I also saw this, Angelo. They took 8 shots at him, and then and there was I guess he was wearing a. Can you be on the show, Caleb?
Sure.
Say hi to Angelo.
What's up,
Angelo?
Hi, Caleb. Look at this. They got one in the chest.
Is that true? That he got shot in the chest?
I mean, that's what it looks like. What do you think, Caleb?
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like they grazed his chest.
I mean, I'm sure he's wearing a bulletproof vest, right?
Yeah, probably, right?
Yeah.
And they said that wall in front of him was bulletproof as well, that knee wall.
Have you seen I guess the shooter was what I saw, he was 430 feet away, and he just climbed up onto a roof, and there's tons of eyewitness accounts you can watch on Instagram and on Twitter where people saw him climb up on the roof.
Yeah, that guy, that video you sent me, that guy's like, hey, there's a guy over there, and no one's paying attention to him. He said, hey, I see a guy crawling on that roof over there. Can you do something about that? And then 2 minutes later, he's shooting.
Where do you, Caleb? I'm going to send you all sorts of notes, unorganized notes and shit.
Okay.
Where do you fall on the side of there's lots of people who are saying hey, this is proof that it was done on purpose or that people know, but I just follow on the side of just complete incompetence.
Yeah, I'd say on any, are we gonna call that a conspiracy, that this was a setup kind of thing? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, here's the tricky part. Let me use this as an example real quick before we go there. That's a great question. So, we all know planes hit. No one disputes that planes hit the building at 9/11, right?
Yes.
And that the buildings fell down. Now, there's some people who believe that the buildings had charges in them and that they were pulled down. Some people say that it was a plan. Some people say that it was a missile. But one thing we all agree on is that it was coordinated, it was organized, and that the buildings came down.
Yep.
And so, I have trouble with the fact that some people were like, well, it's fake or it's a conspiracy. Well, no, it's not. It's fake. It's not a conspiracy. We're just not sure who organized it or how it happened. So we know that some fucking kid climbed up on the roof and shot Trump, or that some kid climbed up on the roof and someone else shot Trump, and they just wanted to make it look like the kid or whatever, however you want to tell the story. But we all pretty much believe that wherever you fall on it, that he was shot in the ear. And then you could go on the other side, right? Some people now are saying that Trump even knew and they set it up so that he would get votes.
I've heard that too. That's crazy.
That is crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not so crazy that someone wouldn't do it, but it is crazy. It is crazy. I guess it's crazy to think that someone might actually do that. I don't think that he would, but I do think that that's not out of the realm of possibility for someone.
Let me ask both you guys this. You guys probably have significantly more experience with guns than I do. Can we rule out that it was a stunt and that they just said, hey, he just said, hey, just shoot my ear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
like, hey, I know this is risky, but just shoot my ear.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say that there is probably someone out there that could do that. Like, hey, just shoot my ear.
One in
But
the
I don't.
fucking 10, 50, 100,000
Yeah,
people
but
could do that.
I don't think that that's what happened. No.
It's like imagine taking a toilet
That's a
paper
lot of
roll.
risk to be the president, man. Hey, just
Oh
shoot my
yeah.
ear. Go ahead.
Imagine looking through a toilet paper roll
Mm-hmm.
and somebody telling you and trying to like shoot somebody's ear. Like it's like looking through
Yeah.
a fucking kaleidoscope. You're not just doing that. With how quickly that he crawled up on the fucking roof, and now he's looking at him. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take this shot just rapidly." And
Yeah. I fall on the side of that. There's no conspiracy to it. I think some outraged radical leftist kid wanted to kill Trump, and I think that's all there is to it. I think there was a security breach, obviously. I mean, I know he wasn't in the event technically, but they should have caught him. And I could be a total idiot. And a lot of the times I am on that stuff. I think we all are. Like, there's probably so much stuff that goes on behind the scenes that we can't even start to imagine.
We live in a society where there is a bronze statue sitting on a park bench of George Floyd in New York City that holds him up as a hero.
Yep.
And we live in a society where we've been told for the last 4 years nonstop straight that if this dude gets elected, it's the fall of democracy. I have to guess that you mix those two things together and someone thinks that some idiot thinks, hey, I'm going to be a hero and stop the next Hitler.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it does. I mean, you have if let's say half the country is those morons, you have 150 million people. One of them has to get recruited by that message, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have a country where people put holes in their fucking septums and dye their hair purple.
What's wrong with the septum piercing, though? It's not that bad.
Punching a hole in that thing that separates your fucking two major oxygen pathways. I mean, that doesn't sound well thought out to me. It does not.
that's the correlation Sevon makes.
That's among some of the least worries that I have.
And it's
The
still
purple
bad.
hair, though. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It is crazy.
I
But
woke
that's
up this morning and went to the store and paid some guy $100 to punch a hole in the fucking thing that fucking controls my airflow ways, that keeps my fucking brain active. And then I went to CVS in my spare time and bought a box of shit to dye my hair purple. I'm old.
Yeah. No,
I'm old school. I'm old
it's
school.
crazy. Unprecedented times, as some may say.
What about just a mohawk, Angelo? Remember when I was a kid, you just shaved a mohawk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a mohawk when I was a kid.
Yeah, just how about a mohawk and a jacket with some spikes on it?
Yeah.
How about a BB gun under? How about a BB gun under the front seat of your car?
Leather bracelets.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, like I mean, I'm sure it wasn't that long ago that, I mean, at Cookeville High School, I'm sure you could bring a shotgun in your car. I mean, I'm sure people do, but like Cookeville's a pretty big school, especially for around here. It's huge for around here, and like probably wasn't that long ago that you could just like bring your hunting gun to school and go hunting before or after school. And now if someone were to see a shotgun or a rifle in your car, I mean, you're never going back to school ever again. You're expelled for sure.
Yeah, a kid brought a gun to school when I was a kid, and passed it around the lunchroom, and the yard duty just took it away. That same kid brought a beer to school one time. We passed it around. He never got sent home for any of that.
Did you drink the beer?
Yeah, I did.
How old were you?
2nd grade.
Nice. What kind of beer was it? Do you remember?
I don't. Jesse Glaze was his name.
Was it good? Did you like it at the time, or was it terrible?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Jesse Glaze is a porn star now.
It was horrible. When Jesse fought, I saw him fight like 10 times. He was 10-0, skinny white trash kid. And he would always cry when he was fighting. I'll never forget, he'd be on top of kids, beating kids up and crying. And I was always like, wow.
He had something. He had something pent up for sure.
Yeah, dude, he was crazy, dude.
He was getting beat at home, probably.
Definitely was getting beat at home.
Crazy. Can we just go through these, Caleb, and just look at these? I've curated a list. By the way, do you know who Shannon Doherty is, Angelo?
No.
She died this morning. She was hugely popular when I was a kid. There was a show called 90210, Beverly Hills
okay.
90210. And in my college town, when that show would play, the whole town would go quiet.
Everyone
Because
watched it?
everyone watched it. It was fucking nuts. It was nuts. And I always tripped on her because she was crazy popular, but her face, one of her eyes was higher than the other. I always tripped on her. Let me see. She dies at 53, devoted daughter, sister, aunt, and friend. I guess when they say aunt, that means she doesn't have kids. That's their way of...
53, it's pretty young. What'd she die from? Sugar in the ear?
It says she got cancer.
Oh.
I saw a doctor yesterday, by the way, say that one of the side effects of the mRNA vaccine is that it makes it so chemotherapy won't work on cancer.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay, let's go through these. Let's look at these.
Where do you want me to start?
Let's just start at the top. Biden speaks. Let's just go straight down. Did you see Elon endorse Trump last night?
Yes. I didn't. I just saw tweets. I didn't see anything about that.
Did you by any chance see the Secret Service lady? Did you look into her wiki page at all by any chance?
Not enough. No.
Well, good.
Did you send me that? Did you send me that or no?
Maybe, but the lady. Wait till we get to the lady who runs Secret Service. It's wild. President Biden. Go ahead.
First address or second address? I watched the first one. Did he do anything else after that or no?
He said he might come out at 12:30, but that was ridiculous. He was not going to come out at 12:30.
No way. His brain shut off at 8.
Yeah. President Biden released a statement after a shooting at a rally. So here's the other thing. If you think this guy is Hitler and he's the cause of the fall of democracy, anything you say after that lacks any sincerity in my thought.
Yeah.
Like if you really think he's
definitely.
Hitler, you're stoked he got shot.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to hear he's safe and doing well. I'm praying for him and his family. Do you think he actually prayed? You think like he got down on his knees by his bed and prayed?
Maybe he attempted it, but forgot what he was doing when he got down there and just stood back up.
He just closed his eyes and said, I wish, and then fell asleep.
Yeah, I don't believe he prayed. I think it's lip service. I'm praying for... Go ahead.
I don't think so.
I'm praying for him and his family and for all those who were at the rally. I don't think he prayed for any of them. And we await further information. Biden, who is facing Trump in 2024 presidential election in November, added. By the way, the Republican National Convention is this Thursday. And I believe Dana White's going to be the speaks right before him and introduce him.
Oh, sweet.
Wow.
Are they going to play Many Men as he walks out by 50 Cent?
Jill and I are grateful to the Secret Service for getting him to safety. There's no place for this kind of violence in America. We must unite as one nation to condemn it, the president said. I've been briefed on the shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. I'm thankful he's safe. President Obama released his own statement prior to Biden saying there's absolutely no place for political violence in democracy.
Yeah, I did see that.
Although we don't know, here's the part. Although we don't know yet exactly what happened, we should all be relieved that former President Trump wasn't seriously hurt and use this moment to commit ourselves to civility and respect in our politics. Obama said, Michelle and I wish him a quick recovery. Damn. I don't believe any of it.
Yeah, no, I don't really buy it.
I don't believe any of it. Okay, let's go down to the next one, CNN. Classic. They CNN and USA Today were saying stuff like headlines like Donald Trump falls down.
Was that true? Was that true?
Donald
Trump. I saw something that said it wasn't true. I was nervous to say anything about that because I was like, now I'm not so sure.
Yeah, there's live
Trump falls down.
Yeah.
Disturbance causes Trump to take cover. Something like that.
Oh my goodness.
Shit.
Hey, what's this lady doing?
This one?
Yeah, no, the lady in front of Trump, the Secret Service lady. What's she doing?
The same thing that the rest of them are doing.
Why is she ducked down like everyone else is standing tall and going like this, but she looks like she's ducking for cover?
Because there's steps that they're about to take, I think.
So she's looking down.
Yeah,
Right.
I think she's like guiding the steps. Yeah.
Look at Caleb protecting his being defensive for his fellow
Hey,
civil servants. Okay.
there's a reason for all this shit. I'm telling you.
Okay. All right. Let's
Oh,
go to
really? A reason for like this whole? What do you mean?
Like there's a.
Go ahead, Caleb.
I don't know if I can actually say this, so I'm not sure. Like that's like a tactics thing that just don't think that I can talk about. But
Hey, what's that thing to the left of Trump right there? Is that a teleprompter or is that to block bullets? What is that?
I think that's a teleprompter.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's what they usually have, like on the sides, right? They have like 2 or 3 of them. Like they have one in front and then one on either side. I don't know.
Nick, I agree, Angelo. It seemed too wild to be true. Let me show you this. People magazine, healthy 16-year-old COVID. Let me show you this. This is one of my favorites.
This is a classic.
This is one of my favorites. Don't forget. Don't forget. This boy is over 300 pounds. And he's so fat that his ears are gone. And CNN says healthy teenager who took precautions suddenly died of COVID-19. Don't forget. Don't forget. Don't forget.
Oh gosh.
Listen, he's so fat his cheeks are past his nose.
Oh no. Oh my goodness. What constitutes as healthy, I guess, today?
What precautions did he take, Angelo?
I mean,
he hid in his room with a box of ho-hos and 3 large pizzas. Hey, dude, to be as fat as that kid, that's probably a 4-year-old boy.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just joking. He was 16. He it's just listen to the I can't tell you how perfectly healthy 16-year-old boy can be making his own peanut butter sandwiches late Wednesday night, getting his own tea out of the fridge and headed up to bed. Your kid's drinking sweet tea and eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches before bed? You can't tell me how healthy he is? Don't worry, I know.
Oh no.
I mean,
what did they say he died from?
Hey, look at his family picture. Look at him in the back there with the Christmas lights around his neck.
Oh yeah.
Dude, his cheeks rest on his shoulders.
Oh yikes, dude.
Do you know why he's in the back of that photo?
So he doesn't take up the rest of the photo.
Belly?
Yeah, because he's fucking hiding because he's so fucking fat. He was born premature at 25 weeks. He and his twin sister Abby spent months in the hospital before they were brought home. Damn, I didn't know any of that.
When was this? When was this article published?
2020, June 19th.
Oh, okay. So this is old.
But I mean, it shows what they're capable of.
Oh, okay. So they're saying, okay, now the timeline helps. So they're saying he was a healthy kid trying to protect himself from COVID, and even this healthy 16-year-old boy was killed by COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
This kid, a heart attack was imminent before he was 18, but for
pre-diabetic 16-year-old kid.
Like pre-diabetic, he's one of the fattest human beings you've ever seen in your life. But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. They don't want you to. I mean, look at him here. Look, he's massive. Look at his shoulders.
Yeah,
maybe he's 400 pounds.
Fuck, that's a D1 lineman right there.
But the thing is they'll tell you anything and anyone will believe it without using their own discernment. I mean, just imagine, did they even think for a second that we were going to believe this?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And a ton of people did believe it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that probably hundreds of people probably got vaccinated after reading this article.
Yeah, thousands, millions. Judy Reed, poor Angelo. Fuck Angelo. Poor Angelo. Poor Angelo thought we were still talking about Trump and was trying to find the correlation. No, it's just the fact that the fucking media will tell you anything.
Yeah, I was actually just
Sevon,
trying to connect the dots.
Sevon roasting this kid like he made the article. I'm not roasting the kid.
We're roasting CNN for portraying him a certain way.
Yeah.
If they would have portrayed him as this overweight kid dies, then I guess there wouldn't be a headline and they wouldn't be able to use it.
If your kid is this fat, you better get him to lose weight quickly. Fat kids die from COVID. The only kids that die from COVID are fat or massively obese.
That might get some people going out on a jog every now and then.
It's crazy. It's that thing that Glassman says, man. Trust your own discernment. Don't outsource your discernment.
Yeah.
Did you see the photo? Well, we'll get to it. Okay. USA Today. Old man startled.
We haven't even watched this yet.
Oh no, we don't have to watch it. It's just a
okay.
Okay, sure, we can watch it. Let's listen to this lady a little bit. This is, if you don't follow this lady's account, it's pretty good. She's a plastic surgeon with huge old titties, and she's hot, and she's Armenian.
Love that.
Yeah.
An assassination attempt on Trump. And look at what CNN posts. Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally. I just want you guys, even in this moment, this iconic photo, which will probably get Trump elected, this will probably seal the deal for Trump, showing you the gaslighting. Sorry.
Oh, she's crying. Wow.
The gaslighting. The lies. I called out CNN before, and I'm calling them out again.
Okay. Fine.
How?
All right.
Wow, she's crying.
Hey, Mike.
Passionate about Trump, man.
She hates CNN.
Angelo, did you see anyone cry when he got shot? Anyone in your group cry?
No. I don't think anybody cried.
I was in the garage with the boys. They were doing 99 rounds. That's as high as the Rogue timer went. On 30-second intervals with 5 seconds to switch stations. We were working out in the garage. And my wife goes, shit. I think it was my wife. She goes, Trump was shot. And I turned on the TV and they played the video. And my 7-year-old, one of the 7-year-old twins started bawling.
Really?
Bawling.
Wow.
Out of what?
Just because he was so sad sad that he got shot.
Yeah, wow.
I got to get him a Trump.
It is crazy though.
Yeah.
Dude, I think next week Taylor might wear a Trump Speedo.
Oh, sweet.
And kill Taylor. Because it's a swim workout next week.
That would be amazing.
Oh, fucking nuts. Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally. Trump removed from stage by Secret Service after loud noise startles former president.
Oh my gosh. That is insane.
Old man startled.
Yeah, see, that sounds like something that sounds like a headline about Biden. Like he gets startled, they just take him off.
George Floyd had almost 4 times the lethal dose of fentanyl in his blood. He had a speed in his blood, methamphetamines in his blood. He was drunk. He was stoned. He was and he died of a heart attack. He was saying he can't breathe. And when they asked Joe Biden about it right away, he said that he was murdered by the cops. He didn't hesitate at all. Within 48 hours,
yeah.
He was saying he was murdered. But when they asked him, and we'll get to the clip in a little bit, what happened to Trump, he's like, I don't want to jump to any.
He's like, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What do you mean they shot at him? I mean that sounds like an assassination attempt to me.
The stories I'm hearing, by the way, from some people who are close to the inside, is that he did not have a full security detail, and that he had been asking for a full security detail, but he wasn't going to get it for another couple days until after the Republican convention. And so they didn't have the manpower to have someone on that roof over there. Have you heard anything like that?
But what about the video of what about, I mean, there's that one interview with the guy, and that could be whatever. And then what about the video of like the police snipers on the other building that look like they're pointed towards him? and they don't engage. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're seeing. They could be looking a different direction, but I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah,
So-
it looks like both those gunmen, the Secret Service gunmen, are fully engaged, and it looks like they're looking at something through their scopes. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Caleb.
The way that I see it is they had, so if you look at like, here, I'll just pull this up. This is like a map of the space. They have this one building, right? Like you're gonna have like some.
Is
sort
that
of
circle where the stage Trump was standing on?
So, yeah, the white circle here in the middle is where just about where he was standing, and then these 3 white roofs are where the Secret Service had their counter sniper team on, and then this building up on the top here, like the nearest,
was where the shooter with Down syndrome was.
right? Yeah, the Reddit user was crawling up on the roof here. So what I imagine has happened is they had this one sniper team up here. It was just a pair, and they have to scan like all of this. And they had some bystander call out like, "Hey, there's somebody on the roof with a gun."
Correction, bystanders, many.
Okay, so
yeah,
you have bystanders.
I've seen many videos now of people saying like, "Hey, we saw the dude climbing up on the roof."
Yeah, you have bystanders plural calling it out, and so that takes a second. I'm sure by the time
for all they knew, he was a cop too, right? For all they knew, that guy was Secret Service.
No way.
Too, right? No.
Yeah, I mean, you could you see somebody and you're like, "Oh, that looks weird."
I mean,
but
I would say for a few. I mean, obviously they're not going to see a guy just engage blindly, but the only reason I can actually speak from a little bit of experience. So we had the tornado here. Sorry, I'm going to go off subject just for a second.
Please, yeah, go.
We had the tornado here, and Trump came here after the tornado, and I mean, it was very clear what everyone was doing, and that was very minor. I don't even think he had a speech or anything. He just walked through the area for like 5 minutes and left. But it was very clear what you were supposed to do and what was expected of other people. Obviously, my side wasn't that like what he was doing, what those Secret Service or police were doing, but they do utilize the local agencies, and it's a very calculated procedure to where like we didn't even know what we were doing until the morning of, because we are not in law enforcement. They didn't want anybody outside of law enforcement knowing at all what was going on, and they briefed us. It was very clear what we were supposed to be doing, and really if you deviate from it at all, it's not good. Like you're in trouble. So like to the point where there was a crew at our little regional airport here, that's actually not an airport or airstrip, that they were to be standing there, full turnout gear with with a line of water ready to ready to spray if something happens, and they were to do nothing else. Stand there with that line ready to go.
You mean in case Trump's playing? By the way, for those of you who don't know, Angelo's a fireman in Cookeville. You mean in case Trump's plane crashed or something like that?
Anything, yeah. That just, I mean, it was just very clear what everyone was supposed to be doing. And I know that the law enforcement knew for a while. I mean, obviously it was only like a few days after the tornadoes, but they knew for a couple days how this was going to go on, and they had a lot of meetings about it. So to think that he had a rally with security like that, and that counter sniper team that was behind him didn't know or weren't sure that if there was going to be somebody over there, I don't buy that.
I don't think that they didn't know. I think by the time that the message was relayed to them, he was already on the roof, like in position to take a shot. And so I think
that's probably accurate.
I think so the bystanders were telling the local police has to radio that to somebody else, and then they radio that to the sniper team, and the sniper team's like, where are they? Like, where is this person? And then the two of them, the sniper spotter, have to like position themselves to go look over in that direction, and they have to find this guy laying prone on the backside of a roof who's just got his head peeked up over the top to take a shot, and you fire at that guy. Like you can hear it. The guy they fucking mag dump into that guy. As soon as they see him, he's fucking dead. Like they're not. There's no like they're not holding back. They're not like, well, I don't know. They're like, they
No,
look up,
no,
they
no.
verify what they're seeing, and they make sure that there's nothing in the background, and they fucking mag dump at him.
I do think I heard that the angle that they had on it wasn't the angle that like the bystanders were having. I think that might be where the miscommunication could have happened. I did hear that like, well, the angle where those sniper team were, they probably couldn't have seen him where he was at, where we were seeing him, where we were standing. So maybe that was the delay, that they were like, yeah, you're like you said, where are we pointing? Where's he at? Because they were like, there's nothing over there. They don't know there's something over there.
Let me add a couple details here. So one of the bystanders I saw being interviewed was like telling a couple cops who were obviously walking around over there, said to them, "Hey, there's a guy on the roof," and the cops are like, "We don't see him," and he's like, "Hey, just come over here and you can see him from this angle." So let's presume that then the cops finally see them and that they're on some sort of bandwidth or channel that everyone's on. Then they say, "Hey, we got a guy on the roof," and then you can see while Trump is speaking, and we'll show the video here in a little bit, that the snipers look like they're looking through their scopes. They look like they're seriously engaged. But then when the shots fire, the guy on the big fucking gun pulls off his gun. Like he flinches.
The guy, one of the snipers?
Yeah, the guy that Caleb referred to as a counter sniper. Yeah, this guy on the roof. So that guy and the guy next to him, they look like they're looking at something, right?
Yeah.
They look like they're looking through. Are they looking through scopes there, you think, Caleb?
Yeah. Well, and if you look really closely, so you have the guy on the right who's the spotter. He's just on binoculars.
Oh, that guy doesn't have a gun. He's just looking?
Negative. Yeah, he just has a fucking they work in pairs normally, unless you're like a fucking SEAL Team 6 motherfucker. And then you have this guy on a tripod with his sniper rifle. And if you look at the angle of his rifle, he's like kind of looking downwards.
Yep.
And then you see him look up and check to see if what he's seeing is what he's seeing, and then and then he repositions his rifle to start taking shots.
Did you see he flinched though? Can you play that with the audio? I think.
Yeah, I did see that. Did he fire or no, or is he just moving?
I think he was just moving. So here
he moves the whole tripod.
Right. Which that's another thing. You like, if you're in a stationary position and you need to reposition, you have to move the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead and play.
You know, that's a little bit old. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
So he flinches there, and the gun swings up for a second.
Yeah.
Is that a fuck up?
Probably a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So imagine like
I like Angelo. Yeah.
The last time there was an assassination tape was JFK, right?
Yeah.
When is the last time Secret Service or anybody else has dealt with like an actual assassination attempt? If you see that shit, you're like, oh fuck, and then then you got to react.
There is like, I mean, I've never shot at a person, and I've certainly never killed a person, but I've shot at and killed many animals, and like when I mean, it's the 7. Have you ever killed anything other than like
birds and squirrels and shit and gophers?
Okay, so you haven't killed like a human-sized animal?
No.
It's crazy.
I shot a frog once. I felt horrible in a pond with a .22. I felt horrible.
Was your heart racing or what?
Yeah, I killed a hummingbird once too, with a .22. Fuck.
So like,
as a little
I
kid.
can only speak from like shooting animals. It is like crazy how you feel. So like to Kayla's point is like they haven't shot at a person. I mean that person, if that is do you think he's Secret Service, Caleb? Do you think?
Say it again.
The guy
is that guy the sniper? Is he Secret Service?
Yeah, for sure.
So no matter what it is, there's a chance that he's never killed anybody, and so it's like it's crazy to I can't even imagine like what it feels like or how much adrenaline is going on. It's so I could see someone messing up. But I mean, there's only so much you can only train that so much.
Hey, Caleb, can only hit paper targets so many times until you have to actually shoot a person, and you're like, oh fuck.
Let me ask you this, Caleb. So Is that guy with the gun, does he say, I see somebody on the roof, and then does someone else say to him, do not engage, or does he say, like, I have the target, should I take the shot? Like, is there that
I don't-
discussion
I
prior?
don't think
There's
so.
there's probably zero discussion there.
So did
Yeah.
he have could he have made the choice, I see a guy on a roof and it's not acceptable, and just blasted him before he took the shot? Can you just shoot a guy on a roof?
If you saw him with a gun, like, I think if you're in a position like that where you're doing like executive protection, like, you're working well within your authority to
Yeah.
fire upon somebody
Could he have thought, wait a second, maybe that's one of our guys?
No, I don't
no.
think that part. No, I don't think that
Oh,
part.
okay.
I do think that there is a chance. I think the biggest thing is that they couldn't line up to where exactly he was, for one, depending on the angle they had. And then two, I think for sure he has to make he as himself and for his career and his job and whatever, he wants to make sure that person has a gun and is going to shoot. Like, if it's just somebody crawling up there to video and you you waste him, like, I know that he shouldn't be up there, but there could be some crazy guy up there with a camera, trying to just film, and you waste him anyways. Like, I
think it goes back to
turn out very
Angelo's
good.
point about how everything's planned beforehand, right? Like,
Yeah.
everything that they do has some sort of sequence to it. So they know where everybody is, and everybody who's a part of that staff is, like, aware, like, hey, there's a group of however many people that are going to be around the stage. There's going to be a sniper spotter team on top of the building behind him. There's going to be another sniper spotter team over here. There's going to be guys patrolling in the crowd. Like, everybody's aware of where everybody is at one point in time. So if you see somebody who's out of place with a gun, it's like, that very obviously shouldn't be there. We need to engage on that.
Look what Steve is saying. Steve is saying we got the guys backwards. That the guy closest to us is the spotter, the guy who's up high, the guy who flinched.
Okay.
And the guy down low.
Really?
Can we watch that one more time? Yeah.
Sure.
Let's watch that one more time. That would change everything.
And that's a little bit old, that chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Shit, dude, I don't know.
Wait, but the spotter, am I an idiot? But the spotter usually doesn't have a gun. He usually has like a spotting scope.
That's what I would imagine too. But now that I'm looking at the guy who's like crouched down more, he looks like he has a gun on him.
Okay. So they
maybe
both
they
have
both.
guns?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it is
Maybe.
possible for him to use the scope of a gun as a spotting scope. I get that.
Right.
Just doesn't seem normal.
Mhm.
I don't know, but I've never been in that position. I have no clue.
Yes, Caleb, everything is staged. Who's staging it?
Dude, I never said it was staged. You're taking words out of my mouth, Hiller. You're projecting your own thoughts on me.
Denise, so much is off with this story of this kid, smart kid, got an award for math and science in graduation in 2022, registered Republican, and donated to a liberal progressive group through Democrat Act Blue. Act Blue was the organization that was collecting money for George Floyd that was being funneled straight to Democrats.
What's this?
Apparently, the shooter was in a BlackRock commercial in 2023. I saw it on Twitter, so take it with a grain of salt.
What's BlackRock?
I think it's is that the
that's
protection, the giant security agency?
No, that's Blackwater.
Oh, BlackRock's the investment company?
BlackRock's the investment company that controls everything.
They own everything?
No way.
They're like the ones that own like 70-80% of everything in the world.
That kid looked like he was probably in a commercial for crack rock.
We'll also pull up an article in a little bit about this, but on April 16th, I forget the guy's name. We'll get to it in a bit. The Democrats also tried to, they suspected that Trump was going to get convicted for the felonies, and they tried to bring up in Congress that anyone who's a felon can't get Secret Service detail. So in April, the Democrats were already trying to have his Secret Service detail removed from him. And now Trump's had Secret Service detail with him for 10 years in some form or another.
Yeah, why would they? I don't understand. What does it matter to them? Like, I think he obviously needs it.
Yeah, clearly, right? Clearly.
And I think,
yeah,
I mean, once
obviously.
you're president, you have that detail for life.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead and go down to the Instagram clip. It says they're going to have to put a bullet in Trump. Do you see that one, Caleb?
Yeah.
Sunday morning. Who thought we'd be talking about? I thought we'd be talking about team events at the CrossFit Games.
I'm glad we're not. This is way better.
Okay, here we go.
On the sidelines and say, oh, well, don't worry, this will all work itself out. They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump. Sit back on the sidelines and say, oh, well, don't worry, this will all work itself out. They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump. Sit back on the
MSNBC.
holy shit, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes, brother.
There's tons of stuff like that. 3 days before he got shot, Biden was speaking to his biggest donors and said, hey, we got to get Trump in the bullseye. We'll get to that quote in a minute.
I just struggle with conspiracies in general. So it's hard for me to, like, do you guys think we landed on the moon?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, me too. What's another big conspiracy?
But the thing is like, going back to what you said in the beginning, we have to kind of define conspiracy. Like, some people just think if it's a big story that it's a conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
Like the CIA killing JFK, I don't think is a conspiracy. Like, we know he was killed and someone did it, and like, does it matter like who did it? I mean, it's a little unsettling that it would be the people who are supposed to protect him. But there's a difference between the Earth is flat and
There's
they're
another one,
protecting and they're protecting resources on the other side of Antarctica and keeping us dumb versus you know what I mean? Or that there's lizard people actually running, that, you know, that Hillary Clinton's wearing a mask and she's really a lizard under there. I mean, that shit's really unsettling.
Yeah. I struggle with any of those kind of any of those. I'm just gonna call them conspiracies though. I struggle with all of those. Like, I don't know what I can't believe any of it. So it's hard for me to buy into any of this, and maybe I'm just a dumb redneck. That's probably what it is. Like, I think I just don't see everything being so planned out. But like I said, I know I'm a dumb redneck. So I guess
I think the government is just way too dumb to be coming up with shit like this.
yeah.
Like, having worked in the government for the past 6 years and then living with somebody who, like, being raised in, like, around the government, it's just, there's no way.
Like, it's just too dumb. There's too many dumb people.
Way too many dumb people.
Yeah.
And they just can't, there's no, you can't come up with a plan and actually execute that plan in a way that like works.
I mean, on a smaller scale, look at CrossFit. They can't even now that they tell 25 people know the games events or whatever, the open, semifinals, whatever it is, they can't keep that under wraps. You think thousands of people could keep like an assassination attempt under wraps for weeks or whatever, however long it took to plan it? There's no way. And those guys, I think, are dumber than some of the people that run CrossFit. And
like, so
the events.
So here would be like a conspiracy that it was staged and Donald Trump did it on purpose. Like, he knew it would happen. Now we're getting into some weird, like, and it was actually like he cut his own ear like they do in WWE. He had like a ketchup pack in there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Packet,
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. When the media says stuff like Hitler, tyrant, dictator, he's a threat, etc., some psycho will take that as permission.
I think that's more like what you said earlier. I think that's more accurate of like someone's like, oh, they almost want me to do this. I'm going to do it.
Right.
Denise, newest conspiracy I'm jeering is that it was staged to set up a retaliation attempt on Biden so they can get him out and put her in before the election.
Maybe.
Both Trump and RFK Jr. asked for more secret service security, and Biden denied totally for RFK Jr., but they approved now. Oh, they did approve now.
Here's the thing. Biden has cut so much funding and like just gotten rid of so many assets for all of the DoD that it's just that's why we have these issues, because we don't have any money and we don't have any people and we don't have any assets. We're fucked.
Niv Russo, Sevi, I watched the 2 final episodes for the season of The Boys. I have to agree, it's 100% political. It was gay. I finally realized that I watched 4 seasons of gay porn. In the 90s, they had something called Skinamax, late night with Cinemax, and it was soft porn, and it was crazy, considered crazy when I was a kid. And I realized that The Boys is less crazy or more crazy than that. And I just watched 4 seasons of. But the good thing is I wasn't aroused once.
I don't know what The Boys is. What is that?
It's like the most popular show on Amazon Prime. It's disgusting. I really enjoyed it.
Porn?
It's gay porn.
Sweet.
Superhero gay porn. It's a bunch of superheroes. It's nuts. Okay, I want to show you a picture of the shooter. You don't want to judge a book by its cover, but the shape of that head.
That's the shooter?
Yeah, looks like he has some sort of mental, right? Like that giant
no wonder
forehead.
they hit him first shot.
He got him right through that 5-head, brother.
Oh my
He looks
gosh.
like something's wrong with him, right? I mean, he looks like he's got like a little bit of
Definitely.
Down syndrome or something.
Worse.
That's your average Reddit user right there.
That is your average Reddit user, yeah.
Just the wispy hair, the giant forehead, the bizarre
underbite.
jawline. Yeah, the underbite. Yeah. Oh, it's the underbite. That's what I'm seeing. You're right.
It looks like one of those like pugs. It looks like one of those pugs like that you rescue from the shelter. You're like, it's only gonna live a couple years, so we'll take it home and we'll take care of it, but I don't really like it.
Yeah. What are those dudes called that don't have sex or
asexual?
They have a word like sus or
it's
they got their own word.
Hold on. How am I forgetting?
He's definitely one of those dudes. But when I think of anything I read on Reddit or someone sends me on incel. What?
Incel.
Incel. I've never heard that.
What's it stand? What?
I think it's celibate.
Like no one will fuck them.
Involuntarily celibate. That's what it is.
Yeah. That's the ultimate victimhood, right? Hey, that just says you might as well that involuntary celibate means you're a rapist, potential rapist. I mean, who would call themselves that anyway?
They didn't call themselves that. That's
they don't.
That's the term that you give somebody.
I thought it was like a group.
No. That's just
like Incel LLC.
We label them that.
Oh. Anyway, anytime anyone's like, so you don't go to Reddit? No, because that's what I think everyone looks like on Reddit.
Yeah, that's about what they look like.
They popped the dude's head. I don't know if you got. I'd like to show the photo. You can see it.
People freak out if you show the photo.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna show that.
You don't think you should?
No, probably not. That's a pretty gnarly photo.
You think if I make that my profile picture, my Instagram gets locked up forever?
100%.
Oh shit! Elon made a post saying that bitch used to guard Cheerios is down. It's gone from X. He deleted his post. Yeah. I'm gonna show you. This is the lady who's the head of the Secret Service. And she's super proud of her DEI efforts. We'll get to that too.
Oh my gosh.
She joined the United States Secret Service in 1995. In 2017 to 2018, she served as Deputy Assistant Director. She also served as Special Agent in Charge in the Grand Rapids, Michigan office. She was the first woman to serve as an Assistant Director of Protective Operations at Department Task Force. From 2019 to 2022, Cheadle served as the Senior Director of Global Security at Pepsi-Cola. She was responsible for directing and implementing security protocols for the company's facilities in North America. So she was guarding Cheetos, as Elon Musk said. She went from guarding Cheetos to guarding presidents.
I'm sorry. I what
Say it.
how'd she get in that position? Because she's a woman. I'm not discounting. I'm honest. I'm truly not discounting anything maybe she's ever done. But like, just did she get there because she's a woman? I just want to know. Like,
Yes. She's a DEI hire. She's 100% a DEI hire. And hey, dude, it's totally fair to ask that in the current climate of how people are hired.
it is.
It's
Like,
wide.
I just want to know.
It's wide open. It's wide open. It's openly, publicly said. I have friends who were passed on promotions and they were told, hey, it's because so-and-so is a woman. I had a friend recently who finished top in his class in the fire academy in San Jose, California. They said, we will not hire any more white men. He's moving to Texas.
Yeah, I know a lot of stories very similar.
So, yeah, we know. It's not a
That's not a conspiracy at all. It's like,
no.
she got
Joe
hired.
Joe Biden said, "Hey, if I put someone in the Supreme Court, it will be a black woman." Think of how narrow that makes your pool to choose from. Going to black and woman. How many black woman qualified attorney judges are there that belong on the Supreme Court? How many just people in general are qualified? But then
Is
if you're
that
going to
not
narrow
racist? Am I wrong?
100% racist. It's 100% racist.
I mean, that's terrible. Racist and sexist all at once.
Yeah, it's a 100%. Especially when your job is to uphold the Constitution. It's not to weigh in on what's the best fucking tampon to use. Okay. The left calls for violence regularly. Will you play? Do you see that? Should I play it, Caleb? Because I got a better connection.
Sure.
Okay.
Here, I got it.
Okay. Yeah, it's nuts. And what's funny is I never see reels put together like this of people on the right ever. Here we go.
They're too busy going to work.
See reporter who took to Twitter to write, if I was Biden, I'd hurry up and have Trump murdered on the basis that he is a threat to America's security. That's David Aronovich.
Joe, you now have the right to take that Trump out. Take him out, Joe. If he was Hitler and this was 1940, you'd take him out. Well, he is Hitler and this is 1940. Take him the out.
I think that Joe Biden should officially have Donald Trump killed off, and that would solve this problem of him being too stupid to run our country for 4 more years.
I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Drinking waters from California
as the problem, please.
And it just
I didn't
goes
even know
on
you were
and
allowed
on.
to say those things.
I didn't know you were allowed to say those things either.
Like, out of all the things that you can't say these days, you can say that you want to kill a former president or that someone should kill a former president. That's crazy.
That lady that you saw, that lady-looking thing, this is her Instagram account. She has 1.1 million followers. She's Lord of the Lesbians, award-winning actor, comedian, jazz,
Lord of the Lesbians.
Yeah, jazz musician. If you
wait, but her pronouns aren't in her bio, so I'm not sure that it is a she.
She's legit, or it's legit.
Yeah, you just can't assume, really. She went with the mohawk though.
Yeah, she did rock the mohawk with no piercings. I'll give her that.
Nice.
She took down the video because she knows they're coming for her. Talks shit, but cowards down when actions come into play. Disgusting, not only outside but inside also. Time for you to take a dirt nap. Wow. So this is
damn.
Does the venue have a metal detector asking for a friend? So she took down the post. A 60-year-old woman with the haircut of a 14-year-old boy and mental fortitude of an 8-year-old girl. That's not nice. That's not cool. I can't even stand on what you said. No surprise. Yeah.
Oh my
gosh. 60-year-old woman with a haircut. Let's see. Any more fun ones? Let's see.
I think the first guy in the video that we just played is the guy who interviewed one of the bystanders that called out the. He's the guy who interviewed one of the bystanders that called out the dude on the roof was from BBC. I think that's the first guy in this video.
Crazy. That's a crazy connection you just made. You pretty sure about that?
Let me double check, but David Aronovich. Yeah, hold on.
While you do that, I want to show this really quick. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Remember, this is 2 weeks ago. What I'm about to show you. This is 2 weeks ago. Up until 12 hours ago, these people were calling you a conspiracy theorist for mentioning Biden's fitness. The only reason they stopped is because last night CNN accidentally showed the entire country Biden looks like a lobotomized zombie.
Narrative that Joe Biden is an old man, of course, and I'm not disputing that he's not 81 years old, but
we are going to separate the fact from the fiction because there are a lot of videos going around about President Biden on social media.
These videos, I mean, they're blatant lies.
They are lying to their audience.
Making up and distorting things about the current president.
Trying to get people to believe visuals that aren't real.
The videos are oftentimes made up. Deceptively edited videos known as cheap fakes.
A cheap fake. At least that's what the White House calls this viral video of President Biden.
The White House says there's a cheap fake problem.
Cheap fakes.
Cheap fakes.
Cheap fakes. Videos of real events that are intentionally manipulated.
We're hearing about so-called cheap fakes.
Cheap fakes.
Cheap fakes.
Cheap fakes.
Cheap fakes.
Distorted, out of context videos, chopped up in certain ways, constructed in certain ways.
Look at him. Look at Biden. It is not true. He was fine, but they are creating this narrative.
The technology is just going to get more and more efficient at making these videos look more and more real when they're really not.
2 weeks ago, they were telling us that don't believe your eyes.
Yeah.
2 fucking weeks ago.
But the thing about those, if you've watched any long form of Biden, like all of that can be put to rest from the debate. All of it. If you watch the whole debate, you're like, holy shit, all this stuff they've clipped up isn't clickbait. It's real. This guy's a moron and he can't form a sentence.
Yes, something's wrong with him. Caller, hold on. Of course the phone doesn't work. But everyone else is known forever. Anyone with a brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on, caller. Hold on. I'm trying. Let's see. Wouldn't it be great if the phone connection unsuccessful? Jesus Christ. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get you, caller. Hold on. You can't hear anything. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Fuck it. Old school. Okay, go ahead, caller.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, my wife told me to call in. She's a big fan of your
You sound very
podcast,
masculine. Your wife told you to do that?
Yeah. So a little background story. I'm actually a former Secret Service.
Okay, I apologize. Strike that last comment from me.
But I was actually on President Trump's 2016 presidential campaign protection detail. And so she told me to call in and give my insight.
Please.
So just, real quick, like if you just want me to give you just kind of like an overview of everything, when watching the assassination attempt, it was pretty shocking what happened. But, as Secret Service agents are taught that when something like that happens, that they need to cover, conceal, and protect their protectee. And the Secret Service did that. The detail that's around him jumped on him and concealed him from the assassin. The problem that I saw on there was that whenever there's an attack, that's considered the X. And you need to move off of that X as soon as possible because your attacker has designated that X as the best place to conduct their attack. So therefore, if you move off that X, you're changing the variables of the fight to try to gain your advantage. And in my opinion, the detail did not move fast enough. So it's a little bit of a gig on them. In addition to that, you also have other elements of security. So President Trump is a former president. He's a front runner for the Republican Party. So therefore, he doesn't have a full-blown protection detail as what President Biden has currently. So his resources are limited. So when it comes to a big site like that, where he's doing a speech, you're only limited to whatever manpower you have at the time. And it might be there's other visits, there might be overseas visits where the manpower has got to be shifted. So I don't know what was given to that particular site. Based off what I saw, it looked like there was 2 counter assault team members, which we refer to as CAT. And then you also had a counter sniper team. And I don't know how many counter sniper teams that were out there. There might have been 1. Maybe that's why they were so close to the protectee, because they had such a wide area to cover. Not saying that that's the best course of action, but that might have been what was only provided to them at the time. And that was the best plan that they could put in place. But when all of that happened, it seemed like there was a breakdown in communication. You had, if counter sniper had identified a target of a man on the roof, there should have been a communication that went down to the protection detail, letting them know that there's a possible issue.
And then pull him right off the stage right away.
And pull him right off the stage and be like, Mr. President, we have a situation. We got to have you stop.
Or at least have someone jump up there, right? At least have someone jump up there.
Yes. Yes. And in addition to that, you would have also the CAT teams start staging and getting closer in case something happens. Because if you're on that X and that shooter, who's out on the roof, you don't know if there's another person out in that crowd that's going to add to that fight. So you need to bring in that counter assault. And it seemed like the counter assault team moved in slower. And I know that they carry flashbangs. I know they carry smoke. And in my opinion, they should have deployed smoke, because once you put that smoke, it conceals the target. And then they can then move, and then your attackers don't know exactly where their target is. But overall, President Trump was very lucky. And the Secret Service is also very lucky that they don't have a dead protectee on their hands. If I had to rate the Secret Service's, what I saw, I don't know the details. Everything could change. I'd rate him at a C or a D on as far as performance.
Wow.
What about the guy on the roof? Let's say he saw the guy, going back to one of the things we were talking about earlier. Let's say he saw the guy. Did he have the authority to just shoot him? Just be like, hey, that doesn't look right, and just kill him?
So I'm going to make the assumption that there is one counter sniper team out there. And if they're looking at a wide variety, they're scanning a wide range to look for a target. If that guy popped up, and if he was climbing up a roof, he's somewhat concealed. So when he popped his head out to make the shot, the time has started. So one, you're hoping that when he pops up, that counter sniper teams can identify him quickly. Then once the counter sniper team identifies them, they have to go through a checklist, because as a law enforcement agency, they're accountable for every single round that's fired. So if they shot and they had a mistake, whether it was
a kid with a camera
officer,
fellow officer, a kid with a camera would be my 2 guesses. Hey, it's some kid with a long lens and a camera.
Exactly. So they've got to see it, and they're like, as soon as they see it, they're calling up and be like, hey, we have a unidentified person on building number whatever. Is that one of our guys? We're seeing him. He's wearing this. We're looking for a weapon. What's his actions? They're looking for confirmation, because they do not want to take a shot and be wrong, because they're going to be held liable for that shot. Where the attacker can fire 20, 5, 10, 20, however rounds he wants. He's like, there's no accountability for him if he hits 50 different people, where the law enforcement officer, he shoots, misses and hits someone else behind that, he's accountable for that round that missed. So they were probably going through a checklist of, do we have a shot? Do we have authorization? And then once they probably saw shots, and then, once again, I am assuming here, and this is all speculation, but once they probably saw the shots, they said, that's a green light, go. And that's when the shot went out.
Let me ask you this, and I'm going to make a huge presupposition here. Why were there 3 women on his security detail? Why would you have a woman in a job that a man is better suited to do?
That's just the way the Secret Service works.
You don't want to say, fuck you, Sevon, that's sexist? That's not true?
I mean, I don't want to say that at all. And like, I would actually agree with you. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you a story here in a second, but let me first address your question.
Please,
here.
please.
As far as having the detail, like the Secret Service for the last several years has been hemorrhaging manpower. They can't keep agents on because they're constantly traveling on protection. They're all over the place. People are constantly leaving for a better quality of life.
They don't want to guard Hunter? They're tired of guarding Hunter Biden?
Well, every president assigns who gets protection. And typically with Biden, when he was vice president, he gave protection to all of his family members, grandkids, and everything like that. So the mission changes every administration as far as a footprint. But then we keep on adding protectees. So I know a previous caller was talking about defunding the DOJ. Secret Service isn't funded by the DOJ. The Secret Service is actually funded by Department of Homeland Security. That's who they fall under. And they moved over from the Treasury Department after 9/11 under DHS. But as far as like going back to the women, you know, there are capable women that can do the job that are physically fit. But I also know that the standards aren't being upheld the way they should. And I'll get the story I mentioned was when I was on President Trump's detail after he won the election. And I had been with him for about a year at that point. And, you know, I'm physically fit. I'm a former military, you know, try to stay in shape and whatnot.
Of course you're fit. You listen to the Sevon podcast. Of course you're fit.
Of course. So, but we look the part. And when I go out there, like, I mean, I don't know if this is your personal number. I can actually send you photos of me on the detail and everything. I look pissed. I look like I'm going to fuck you up if you try to step over that line. Like, test me. Like, that's the look that you want to present.
Right.
And after he won, and then the presidential detail took over protection for him as the new elected president, the campaign detail was kind of being pushed aside. And I remember seeing a presidential protection detail agent that was assigned to him. And Trump looks at her, looks at the other guy who's we call PPD agent, and he's a little overweight. And he looks around and he goes, "Why are all these fat people around me?" He's like, "You want people that look big," and slaps my shoulder and goes, he's like, "I want people to know that if they mess with me, they're getting it."
Yeah.
And like, even then, Trump was kind of noticing what was around him. Not saying that, you know, everyone, you know, is a stellar of health or everything like that, or if they're a little out of shape, they can't do the job. But when the time comes that you got to act quick, those little factors matter. Like, if you can't run up the stairs fast enough, then that's a factor you need to address. If you can't, you know, carry your protectee down a flight of stairs or whatever, then that's a factor you need to address, because in the key moments, milliseconds matter. And that's what you train for. You don't train just, you know, look good or anything. So when the fight comes to you, that you've put that training in to be ready for that moment.
So you're saying you can't just go in there and be like, I need, we have President Trump. I need 12 men who are 6'2", who can run a 6-minute mile. Like they don't have, and you just pick them. Like that's how I picture the Secret Service to be. You got like 100 dudes to pick from, and you just pick the dudes to work.
It used to be like that when they had a lot of manpower, but since then they've been losing manpower, and it's kind of, you know, you get what you get, where you can go.
They had a fat girl out there, dude, who couldn't holster her gun. Who couldn't holster her gun.
Yeah.
Was her belly in the way?
I was watching it and going, oh, yeah, this is all standard. You know, it just, it's sad. Like I remember seeing agents that were extremely overweight, and there was nothing that would, you know, the management would do to address that and say, hey, you're overweight. You kind of got to look the part. But I will say that that's kind of a new development that's been happening over the years, because when George W. Bush was in office and manpower was a lot larger than what it is, I didn't know this when President Bush was in office, but he was a fast runner. He could run like the wind. So if you were going to be on his detail, you had to be able to run and keep up with him. Because if you could not keep up with him, he would tell the Secret Service, don't bring that person on my detail. But I don't know if that's changed because of the manpower issues that have happened or what. But it used to be like that.
I really appreciate you calling in. Let me ask you another question. How many people, including Secret Service, sheriff, police, highway patrol, how many do you think were there total? Just like rough. I know we can't know for sure. You think 50?
So it depends. So every site, there's an assessment of threat, assessment of attendance, and assessment of available manpower. I don't know how big the site is. So if the site was really large, that security footprint could be larger. If the attendance was lower, it would be significantly less. I can't make that assumption. If I had to make an average based off my experience of it on the campaign, I would say there was probably anywhere between 20 to 30 Secret Service agents, and then uniformed officers were probably around 10. I'm sorry, Secret Service uniformed officers. There was probably 10. And then you had the specialized units that was probably another 10. And then local law enforcement. And that's solely dependent on what they can provide.
As he's driving, as he's driving away in the car, there's at least 2 or 3 guys in the car with him, and at least 10 guys in suits around him. At least just right there. But what's crazy is the people around his car when he leaves, it's 3 women who look completely fucking lost and out of shape. But on top of that, how did one person not take the initiative? And I guess it's just a par for the course now, and be like, hey, someone should go stand on that roof. Like let's say I was out filming the CrossFit games, there'd be at least one photographer who'd be like, hey, I'm sneaking up on that roof to get a photo. How did not one? And I also want to acknowledge this. I keep hearing in the media over and over that the Secret Service also, it's totally different going to a Trump rally than any other rallies, because they're 10x what like a Biden rally is, that they're not used to so many people showing up. So I get that too. But it's fucking nuts that no one said, hey, I'm just going to go climb up on that roof. Or, hey, let's get 2 guys up there. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer. It's a direct shot to the fucking stage.
So I'm going to speculate here.
Yeah.
The perimeter is the Secret Service's responsibility. So all the Secret Service agents probably were within that perimeter. I would absolutely agree. It is a downfall of the security plan with that. If anything, they should have had at least local PD out in that parking lot. Be like, hey, we need you to make sure that you're out here. These buildings will give oversight of our protectee. We need to make sure that like there's nobody up here popping, up on the roof trying to do stuff. There should have been something in place. There might have been. Maybe they were handling something else and they didn't see the guy. I have no idea. I don't want to speculate too much.
Like, hey, there's 10 buildings in the area, right? Let's just put 1 cop on every building.
Exactly.
I mean, just even if there's no threat, just to make a statement, even, or just for extra eyeballs, anything.
It's definitely a lapse in the security plan, and I'm willing to bet probably from the Secret Service perspective, they say, hey, locals have got this. We've got this interior bubble. We have counter snipers that are going to be scanning the rooftops. That's probably their mindset on how they did it. But you're absolutely right. There should have been someone out there, especially, I was looking at the map and seeing it, and I was like, yeah, that would be a vulnerability in the security plan for sure.
Let me ask you this too. What about all the people who are, this is kind of a tough one to ask, but could it be, do you think that there's any inside coordinated job? Like, like the conspiracy theorists are all over this one, right? Any coordinated job, like could you get all the Secret Service detail to be like, okay, let's just lapse our security so Trump can get shot?
I don't believe so.
Okay. I don't believe so either.
If any, this type of stuff is just like sugar for the conspiracy theorists that they can just eat and get all excited about. In my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion, this is not anything based off. I think over the last several years, we have not we, but like the media has just fed this hatred of Nazi. He's a Nazi, he's a rapist, he's a this. If we don't stop him, democracy dies, And, regardless of what side you're on right now, people feel desperate. And when all they're being fed is desperation and things of that nature, they enable people who are emotionally desperate to take action. And I believe that to be more true than this was an inside job, deep state, assassination attempt.
Right. All right, brother. Man, we're lucky you called in. Thank you. Tell your wife she's a gem. You the man. Thank you.
Do me a favor. Give a shout out to Krista, and she'd appreciate it.
I love Krista. She's my favorite. Woman of the year.
Awesome. Thanks, Savon. Love your podcast.
All right, brother. Thank you. Ciao. Well, thank you, Angelo, for coming on, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. Shit, that's all we needed, right?
What do you think, Angelo? You hear all that? He sounds that guy sounds sober as shit, right?
Oh yeah, that was really cool. That was really good insight. I mean, yeah, I mean, I liked everything he said. Like it lines up a little bit better.
Meaning just his perspective on it, for everything from the quality of the detail to the lapses they took by not getting him off the target.
Yeah.
To hey,
yeah, I didn't think about that, about them not moving him from that spot. I wonder. I was wondering.
I think they tried to move him faster. He was trying to gather his shoes. He said like 3 times, "I need my shoes."
I wonder. I also wonder if like when they jumped on him. I mean, I'm sure there's like a jump on him, like, okay, we're gonna move, 3, 2, 1, move, like one of those things. I wonder if there was any hesitation, like if they could hear, they're like shooters down, whatever, like got him, and that maybe slowed them just a touch. I mean, obviously they don't know if there's a second shooter, third shooter, whatever, but I wonder if they were hearing in their earpiece immediately, target neutralized, got him, whatever, and then they took just a couple extra seconds because of that. But I could see them not moving him quickly enough. And somebody put in the comments here, they're like, well, if there was that guy rated a C or a D, like I wonder if it was an A, if we would ever even know about it. Like maybe a B is what he said. Like they throw smoke and they get out of there and they're like, holy shit, what just happened? They're like, well, maybe we saw a guy on this roof and we got out of there. And then an A would be like, all right, they just shut it down. And or they fucking waste that guy and no one even hears about it and it's over. Who knows what an A+ would look like in that scenario, if we would even know what that is.
One of the things that Greg got in trouble for when that upset people when George Floyd died is he said, I am not mourning. He told a bunch of affiliates on an affiliate call, I'm not mourning George Floyd's death. Because, all these people were posting black squares and saying they're mourning George Floyd's death. And Pelosi was saying he's a fucking hero. And making him the poster child for black youth in America to look up to.
Yeah.
Fucking wild, right? And yet these people who talked all this shit about Donald Trump are now like backing down from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, what's this bullshit that like Biden won't talk shit about him for the next few days? Like, if you're gonna
is that
talk
what
shit,
they're-
just talk. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, we had like this campaign against him we were about to run, and we're not gonna run it out of respect for him. It's like, if you're gonna talk shit, talk shit. Like, I think more people would be on your case. Be like, hey, he almost died. He's not dead. We still fucking hate him. Like, I think more people would be like, all right, he's real at least. He does not like this guy.
It is fascinating. If you're gonna call the guy the biggest threat to democracy, which is just fucking ridiculous, since one of the cornerstones of democracy is censorship, and that's all the left is concerned about, is taking away your First Amendment. You would think that they would be ecstatic if he was killed.
Yeah, you would think, and
I
they
mean,
would
wouldn't
put
you be
on just
ecstatic
so-
if Hitler would have been killed? I mean, wouldn't you think that, like, prior to, as soon as he built the first fucking giant oven for Jews, someone killed him, you'd be like, good shot, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that anybody's mourning his loss when he dies.
Yeah, when
like
Hitler, I've never heard anyone say they mourn Hitler's death.
I know, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, that's yeah.
They're such disingenuous assholes.
Because it's not. There's so the difference. The difference is ginormous. Couldn't be bigger. I gotta go. I gotta leave.
All right.
That's all the time I got. Unfortunately,
All right.
I'm upset that this is so good and we're deep in it.
What happened? Or did you get called to a fire?
No, I have to go train.
Oh,
I have to go swim.
Are you competing this year at the games?
As far as I know right now, yeah.
On a team?
Yes.
Like a real team? Like you'll be in at Dickies?
Yeah, this year, I guess.
What could happen that you wouldn't go?
Well, I'm pretty sure all the drug tests are back, so I guess I was clean. So that'd be the only thing.
Who's on your team?
Sam Demeesters, Zoe Jones. They were on the team last year. Molly McGrandy is our new fourth this year, and she's been a MAM athlete for a few years, and this is her first year on our team. The four of us.
Crazy. You were retired and from CrossFit. Now you're like your balls deep.
Yeah. Oh, there I am. Speaking about balls deep, look at me.
All right. Awesome. All right, dude. I'll see you in Texas.
All right. I can come back on. We can do this again. I'd like to do this again. This is fun.
All right. Awesome. Let's do it.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Okay. Ciao.
Later,
See you
Angelo.
guys.
Angelo Dicicco, the Mayhem Empire.
Crazy.
Do you know how cool I think I am right now?
The coolest?
Yeah, because that guy called in.
Hell yeah. Confirmed a lot of things that I thought.
A few, I don't know, a few months ago or something. I don't know, 6 months ago. Somebody influential said to me, why can't you leave the culture wars out of CrossFit? Why can't you just cover CrossFit? It's like, man, and I was just kind of blown away that they would say that. It reminds me when someone said to Gandhi, Gandhi one time spoke on the separation of church and state, and he said you can't separate religion from anything, because you just being everyone's life is their religion. Like, you are your walking religion. How you present to the world, your thoughts, your values, you are that representation of your religion at all times. And I mean, I agree. Fucking wild. I was tripping on my mom last night because she's been alive for Kennedy, Reagan, and now this.
Wow. Yeah, it's pretty wild what's going on. It's not a very good look for the left. If you all of a sudden you start losing, and then now you make some dramatic action to try to kill somebody because you're losing, you know?
I mean, think of all the things they've done to try to stop them.
Yeah, it's like you are in a bar brawl and somebody pulls a knife. It's like I'm beating the shit out of you with my fists and you pull out a fucking gun.
Yeah, they've done everything to try to make it so he can't run. Justin, the shooter, has been identified as Thomas M. Crooks from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Allegedly, his father is potentially Matthew B. Crooks, a care manager at a community behavioral health facility.
Like a rehab center?
Of course his dad's a fucking mental health expert. Of course he is.
Just makes sense, right? Just makes sense.
Great caller. I'd love to hear what your mom thinks about the state of the country back then versus the state of the country now. What is Hiller saying? That's what they want you to think?
I don't know.
Sevon's the Alex Jones of CrossFit. God, I wish. I can't get on that level. I can't get like, I don't know if I'm scared or if I'm just too smart.
It's the gay frogs.
Yeah, I don't I need to get on that Andrew Hiller level.
The Terrence Howard level?
I can't quite see what Hiller sees.
I don't
Last
know
night in the chat, I was trying to understand him. I couldn't. I wanted to understand those so fucking bad.
Yeah, I don't.
I want to understand
just using
so bad.
so many words that don't really make sense and aren't really describing what's occurring. You need to either dumb it down for the retards to understand, or I don't know.
Look at this. Wow, this is crazy. I haven't watched this yet, but someone just sent this to me. Thomas Crook is not the shooter. He appears to be left-wing troll who convinced the New York Post to ID him as the shooter. Wow, this guy, same hair. Let's see.
My name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. I hate Republicans. I hate Trump. And guess what? You got the wrong guy. My name is Thomas Matthew.
Oh my God. Jeez.
You think conservatives are just kind of like pussies?
Yeah,
so they tell you all this stuff about Trump, right? And the left loses its mind. But we have we know that there's mass censorship going on from the left. We know that they're okay. Like we saw the video footage of the guy getting a blowjob and urinating on another guy in the public city streets in San Francisco, and they chop off the genitalia of our kids. And just the list of shit goes on, right? They put people in the Supreme Court based on their skin color and their sex. Like, we just see all this crazy shit going on. They call baby killing reproductive rights. And yet we just sit around here just like twiddling our thumbs, like, and they got like, you never see any, I mean, I guess it's good. You never see any of the Republicans calling for violence against the left. You don't see.
No, I see what you're saying.
You don't see anything, any of those behaviors. I mean, the most you see is the conservatives will go to school board meetings, right? They'll send a black pastor there to fucking slap some people around, which is cool. It's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like generally conservatives are like a turn the other cheek kind of people. They're just like, okay, well, I'm just going to continue to live my life and do what I want to do. We're not going to go out there and start calling for riots and for people to just, for the death of people we don't like. You just kind of let them dig their own grave.
Join us in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, July 15th through the 18th for the 2024 to nominate the next president of the United States. Oh, so the Republican convention starts tomorrow.
Wow, that's going to be fucking wild.
Yeah. Dude, you know which one's going to be wild? The Democrats convention is going to be fucking chaos.
Yeah.
The Republicans is going to be just a fucking giant orgy of fucking love and energy and fucking patriotism. The Democrats are going to have a fucking shit show.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Conservatives as a group try to play the game maintaining their morals.
Right. They like it's like they try to Captain America everything, or they just try to maintain some set of laws or rule set.
The Boys is about corrupted and evil superheroes. They have gay sex, so is the show saying gay sex is the most deviant and evil thing possible? It is grooming. It's a bizarre, what a bizarre show.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't even watch The Boys. See, he sees something. He sees something.
See, and this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm like. It's so vague.
But you know, in The Boys, they do that. You know how like they stage. Have you seen The Boys yet?
I stopped after like 6 episodes.
Okay, well there's
fucking boring.
There's there's a scene in there like where him and Superman and Superman's son are filming they're basically catching a bad guy.
Okay.
But it's all staged, right? Like they tell the bad guy, okay, come out. Like it's all staged. There's cameras everywhere and there's actors and they let the little boy like stop a crime, right?
Sure.
And then they film it, and then the boy's like, do I get to do any real like saving? And they're like, well, you have to do a few practice ones like this. But they tell the public that it's real.
Okay.
So does Hiller think it's like that? Like the whole thing is like WWE? Like it's just all like, and if so, how do I get on that side? How do I become one of the actors? How does anyone become one of the actors? Like that's the part where I get lost. Like is he suggesting the whole thing is just like
puppeteering?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Has Trump said anything today? Has he been in the public? How do we know? What's his Instagram doing?
It's probably going to be off Twitter. I don't think he's going to put anything on Instagram.
The real Donald Trump.
Oh, does he just? I thought he posted up on Twitter. Is there a different Donald Trump Twitter account?
I don't know. I don't think he's on. Yeah, I don't see anything. I want to know if he's made a public appearance yet.
Yesterday, posted the thing with. That's about it. He posted a meme yesterday.
Go to his Truth Social account.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, what is that? Oh yeah, Truth Social. Can I just go? You know what's funny too is there's these
No, he hasn't posted.
When Biden I'm on Biden's email, and when he says stuff like all the European leaders agree with me, I'm like, dude, like, how is that supposed to fucking convince me that to vote for you? Fuck Europe. Have you seen the footage?
Everybody agrees with me to my face.
Have you seen the footage coming out in France? Thank you to everyone for your thoughts and prayers yesterday, as it was God alone who prevented the unthinkable from happening. That's stupid. We will fear not, but instead remain resilient in our faith and defiant in the face of wickedness. Yeah, Vivek Ramaswamy was saying that God did it too. Yeah, God does everything. That makes it a moot point. Our love goes out to the other victims and their families. We pray for their recovery of those who were wounded and hold in our hearts the memory of the citizen who was horribly killed. In this moment, it's more important than ever that we stand united and show our true character as Americans, remaining strong and determined and not allowing evil to win. I truly love our country and love you all and look forward to speaking to our great nation this week from Wisconsin. Is that from True Social?
Yeah.
Wow, you figured out how to, wow.
Oh, wow. You want 10 more viewers, Sevon?
Oh, yeah, please.
There you go.
10 viewers for free. Activate code GVPP252P415. Oh my God, thank you.
Wow. What a blessing.
Yeah, Jay Hands, most of Europe is a shit show. I know. There's nothing in Europe that I'm remotely.
Macron. Just
yeah,
fucking the farmers of France.
Yeah, fuck those guys. All right, what else? I got something else. I know I got something else.
Judy Reed, God brought those viewers.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Judy. Thank you for relaying God's information. God speaks to me through Judy.
That's right.
I feel like it's Monday. Is it Monday?
No, it's Sunday. Sunday.
Look at this. Look at all the DEI boxes this thing
checks. My God, what the fuck?
Dude, this thing is incredible, dude.
Chicho.
Minority.
Acuérdate de mí.
Tranny.
Cómprame las cositas.
Disabled. Tarded.
Mira que ya yo tengo
Midget.
6 meses. Acuérdate de
Any others? Gay.
mí.
Woman.
Que mira, ya estoy, que ahorita que vaya la luz, y ahorita anda comprándome la cuna y comprando los pañales, el que van a...
Dude, that's the next Supreme Court justice. I mean, that checks all the boxes, dude.
Oh my God. That's worse than watching Sketch's video.
It's fucking crazy, dude. How many boxes?
That's so gnarly.
Oh shit. That thing needs a nose ring so bad.
They need something. Chupacabra is real.
I don't have the Elon video that I want to show you, so I'll show you this one instead. Elon hates Zuck the cuck.
Somebody just tried to call in.
Did they? This phone thing's all this. I have to reset every. Oh, let me see. Did they? Did you hear something?
I thought I did.
For some reason, it can't even find the phone anymore.
Oh.
I wish it could. I don't. This system is so bad. This I don't know if it's Apple or the Roadcaster. I don't know what's going on. Settings. Is there Bluetooth? Yeah, it doesn't even see the Roadcaster anymore. It sucks. I'm so bummed about this. Search for all audio devices.
Look at Zuck, desperately trying to appear cool by surfing in a tuxedo with a beer and an American flag. Nice try, robot. Maybe if you spent less time pretending to be human and more time fixing Facebook, we'd all be better off. Enjoy your midlife crisis, Mark. Oh, look at Zuck, desperately trying to appear cool by surfing in a tuxedo with a beer and an American flag. Nice try, robot. Maybe if you spent less time pretending to be human and more time fixing Facebook, we'd all be better off.
What's funny is that that's a AI generation.
Oh, what is
that video?
That's not really him doing that.
No, not Zuckerberg. I'm saying the what you're watching right now is like it's like an AI creation. Like Elon's not really saying that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's really good.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
That page, Meme Runner GPT, that guy just does, he makes videos like that. It's actually incredibly good.
Did you see that guy who tried to assassinate Donald Trump this afternoon? He looks like a dork, a wimpy little loser who probably hates America.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Wow. I had no idea.
It took me a while too, because there was some like, he does a lot of them with athletes. And so you just see athletes like talking shit on other athletes. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But then you look a little closer and you're like, holy fuck, like that's.
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he.
That one's not a parody. Let's see.
Let's start with the debate. You and your team have said you had a bad night, but your friend Nancy Pelosi actually framed the question.
Oh, shut it! I want to see a good one. I don't know who any of these athletes are, so none of
That's
these.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo.
What's this?
Secret Service at the Trump rally.
Did you see the guy try to shoot Donald Trump this afternoon? What a goddamn amateur. He wasn't capable of hitting the backside of a barn. Why couldn't this guy have been in the Texas Book Depository? Lee Harvey Oswald was a dead-eye sniper compared to this bozo. He sent me to heaven with a rusty rifle. I'd still be alive if they sent this clown after me. The guy...
Damn.
That's a trip.
Damn. That makes my skin crawl. Yeah, this is all fucked. This is all fucked. I'd have to you know what? Fuck it.
You got to recalibrate your whole fucking life now.
Fuck it. You know what I'm gonna do? That. Fuck you guys. Fuck me. Fuck everybody.
Oh shit.
Can you hear me?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but it's all in the really bad audio.
Hold on. I can't hear you.
It's not your speaker. Okay, yeah. Somebody just sent this.
Wait.
How about now?
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you, but you're on the wrong speaker. Microphone, whatever.
Oh, I'll just talk. How about now when I bring my mouth next to the Studio Pro?
Oh yeah, definitely hear you better.
Hello, everybody.
I don't think that's where the mic is.
Yeah, it's down here because the Studio Pro sits on my desk.
Oh,
So it's down here somewhere. That's why Greg has one of these Studio Pros. So that's why sometimes when he comes on and you can't hear him good. I'm just updating. I turned off my Rodecaster. I'm turning it back on.
Oh.
I wonder if the mic. I wonder if the monitor has a mic. Studio display microphone. Which one is the studio display? Does that sound better?
Kind of. I don't know.
Anyway,
apparently the Secret Service director has openly said that she wants 30% female agents by 2030.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's fucking insane. Where'd you find that?
So just sent it. Here,
As I sit to expand hiring, they're aiming to have 30% women recruits by 2030, and even allowed YouTube influencer Michelle Carre to train with agents.
But I'm very conscious as I sit in this chair now of making sure that we need to attract diverse candidates and ensure that we are developing and giving opportunities to everybody in our workforce, and particularly women.
No. You want big, strong black men and big, strong white men. And if you can find some big Mexicans, them too. And Bruce Lee. We'll take Bruce fucking Lee. If they're going to be Asian, they better be fucking Bruce Lee. not actually like fucking Bruce Lee, like having intercourse with him, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. If you
The
can find
fuck?
if you can find women who can pass the standard without giving them a pass, fine. However, you should not make it your goal to have 30% or have any number percent of one specific group of people. It just seems so insane to me that you have if you're an executive protection detail and you're a private contractor, you're hiring like the biggest, most tatted up, bearded fucking assholes you can find.
Yeah.
And you want to find somebody who can fucking shoot a gun accurately under stress at all times.
Hey, if I'm gonna pick my security detail just from the listeners, you know who I pick?
Who?
Blaze and Jeremy World.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's it.
Yep.
Why them, Sevon? Well, because they're big and black and athletic.
And you know one of them knows how to fucking carry himself, at least.
Yeah. And they have kids and they care about fucking life, and that's it.
That's right.
That's the two dudes I pick.
Yeah.
Fucking tards.
That's insane.
Okay. I rebooted my Roadcaster. Let's see if everything's going good now. Hey, I love that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? I love the part when it said like, hey, you have to look the part.
Yeah, dude. You're trying to protect somebody from other people. You want to act and look like you're deterring anybody. You do not want to look welcoming.
Yeah,
You're
I
not
don't want Jonathan Ortega being my no.
Yeah, sorry, dude. You're out.
You're out, yeah. Over 6 feet or die. Get the fuck away from me. Unless you're kind of scary looking. Unless you're yoke black dude. Sebi, that sounds so racist. I don't care. I'm trying to fucking stay alive. I'm trying to fucking stay alive.
You want a guy.
Oh, you froze. Is that me that froze or you that froze? Who froze, me or Caleb? No. Oh, Jedediah, you could be like an agent, a secret agent.
No way, bro.
He could be deep undercover. He's like a guy in the stand, in the audience.
Yeah.
You know what I
Can't
mean?
even see anybody.
Hey, listen, I'd take you over a woman.
No,
I
absolutely
would.
not.
Well,
Nope.
that's just because you know one strong woman.
Yeah.
You're married
I
a
know
strong
a few
woman.
strong women, but definitely if you can't use your fucking legs, how are you gonna do anything for me? I have to carry you everywhere.
Oh yeah, I just saw the 30% thing. God, that's crazy. This is what a mess that it's okay to say that. Tutor Mag, yes, I would. Yeah, Tutor Magda's piece can guard me. Yep.
Here's another thing about that.
At least throw you in the training camp.
She shouldn't even be talking about anything associated with hiring, the hiring methods that Secret Service has. You shouldn't be telling anybody about who you're hiring, how you're hiring, anything like that. Everybody who works for Secret Service should never be known as to who they are.
Were you okay with that caller calling in and telling us stuff? I didn't think he said
Yeah, no, that's
anything
fine.
crazy.
Yeah, no, I think that's fine. I'm not going to discount anything he said. He did the thing.
What school did you attend, and where did you place in that class? I think
I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect. I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. In the first year in law school, I decided I didn't want to be in law school and ended up in the bottom 2/3 of my class, and then decided I wanted to stay, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I won the international moot court competition. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only need 123 credits, and I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class.
that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Patton actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School.
What law school did you attend, and where did you place in that class?
Hey, dude, he's Trump on roids, dude. Like, what a bombastic douche. Like, when he's like, dude, no, like throwing in that, like, 165, only needing 123 credits. Like, what? Shut the fuck up, dude.
Why are you adding more credits to your fucking college?
Yeah,
that means you wasted a bunch of time taking classes you didn't need.
Yeah.
Nobody takes more credits than they need to. What a jackass.
All right. I thought I think we should have Angelo on again.
Yeah, that was cool.
Here, let me show you what's going on in this is at a Tesla facility in Germany. Even how that guy pours the paint on is fucking weak. Look at that guy's pants.
He's gay as fuck, dude.
Listen, a black guy in the United States would have punched that fucking dude out. What the fuck is going on here?
Same thing would have happened in the United States where they just watch it happen. Something is a catastrophe.
Hey, someone told me the other day that there's 2 kinds of men. There's tough, strong men, and that there's men who wish they were tough and strong. And I kind of agree with that. I think that's like, and the men who go the beta cuck route, it's like they're overcompensating for their fear of not letting themselves be the man they're supposed to be.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, I could totally see that. All right. I think today's going to be a good day.
Absolutely.
Poverty rate among blacks as a whole is 22%. Among whites as a whole is 11%. And among black married couples is 7.5%.
One more time.
The poverty rate among blacks as a whole is 22%. Among whites as a whole is 11%. And among black married couples is 7.5%.
It always comes down to the color doesn't even matter.
No, it doesn't.
It's like all you got to do, be a good person, work on getting a good mate, be a good family man, work on your values and morals, work hard. All right. Sevon, I thought you said that hating gays was bad. Why do you do it so often? I don't even know what you're talking about. You give me, I think, God damn, you sound like a libtard. Why don't you say what I said? What did I say? What did I say that was, oh, by talking bad about Europeans and Europeans are gay?
Yep, that's what you did.
Was that what you're saying?
You hate them. I hate them all.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I have no issues with whatever you want to do. Whoever's dick you want in your mouth. Tell me, Dave Cave. Before I go, come on, I gotta go. What did I say? What did I say that was hating on gays? Tell me. Tell me, I'm waiting. Type it up and hit return. I want to know. I want to know. All right. Peace and love. Give a gay dude a handy today. Do your part. You said things. Right. I like lesbians more than I like gay dudes. I'll tell you that. I like women more than I like men. Seems like every time there's something going on, there's the fucked up sexual predatorial shit. Like 99% of the time, it's a dude. And of that 99%, the other 90% are gay dudes. And I do think that there's do think that there's a reason for that. I think that when you're around women, they keep you fucking in check. You're around 40 dudes who just want to suck each other off. The boundaries are, and the requirements to get to that dick are fucking not. I don't think that there's a lot of barriers. You don't got to, like, to fuck a dude, you just got to be able to hold a ball in your hand. To fuck a girl, you got to juggle like 6 balls. You want a hot chick, you got to juggle 12 balls.
True.
I think that there's some things like that that inherently probably make it harder to be gay and have morals and values and stay on stay on the straight and narrow and have some of the natural occurring bumpers that keep people civilized. Oh shit, they got the shooter's name wrong again. Okay. I'm not going anywhere for a second. Trump shooter news. Trump rally, live updates. Trump rally shooter identified as 20-year-old Matthew Cook. Trump survives assassination attempt. I don't see anything. Give me more. Give me something. Give me something. Hey, the shooter looks just like how you think he'd look too, right?
Yeah.
Like you knew it wasn't you knew it wasn't a woman. You knew it wasn't a black guy. Could have been an Asian dude.
Maybe.
Sevi is halfway to gay. That should be the cover of my album, my first album, Halfway to Gay.
Halfway to gay. Your autobiography.
Oh, he's saying, yeah, DC Drano. DC. I can't believe that guy hasn't been kicked off of fucking Instagram. How the fuck is BIRTHFIT fucking banned and this guy's fucking not? A breaking.
Because DC Drano brings 3 million followers.
The Trump rally attendee who was murdered yesterday by Matthew Crook has been identified as Corey. Okay, a family member has released a statement. Prayers up. Okay, I see. So, I don't know. They got his name. I think they got. Secret Service snipers had eyes on the shooter. People were screaming about a man on the roof with a gun, but Secret Service waited. They waited for him to take the shots, then killed the shooter. It was a setup, and he wasn't supposed to miss. Damn.
She said that?
That's what DC Drano's saying.
Okay. All right.
When I leave stuff up on the screen that says he's halfway to gay, feel free to pull it down.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and make the executive decision.
All right. My bad.
How did
everybody to know?
How did a kid walk around those open fairgrounds with a long rifle undetected? How did he bring a giant ladder? How did he get on the closest roof to Trump? How was he allowed to take 5 well-aimed shots at Trump? The answer is now obvious. It was an inside job.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Fucking, he put the ladder there yesterday. It wasn't the closest roof to Trump. We saw closer roofs. And, dude, I'm sure you've seen it too. I've shot a fucking AR that has a fucking laser on it. And you could fucking hit anything from anywhere and be blind.
Exactly.
Like you could hit a fucking steel target like from fucking 200 feet, like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just saying dumb shit.
He's just being fucking retarded.
Oh yeah, this I agree with. This is just absurd. This is just fucking crazy.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Secret Service before DEI, after DEI.
Not a good look, I'll tell you that.
What a joke.
Jeez, man.
Hey, nothing's automatic for her. Everything she does, she thinks. I learned in school, grab holster with right hand, put left hand under. Like, there's
Remove
nothing.
suit jacket.
Yeah.
Take right hand on holster of weapon. Press button to disengage holster from gun.
Yes.
Remove right hand and cross body. Project both hands outwards. Front sight focus.
All throughout, and I saw Trump rising up, and then I saw an attempt on his life. This bullet flew by his ear, and it came so close to his head that it busted his eardrum. And I saw he fell to his knees during this time frame, and he started worshiping the Lord. He got radically born again during this time frame. I'm talking. People say he's saved now, but he becomes really on fire for Jesus for what I saw coming. And then I saw people interceding when I saw him winning the presidency through great, the Lord showed me it would go clear into the summer. Great persecution would come on him through the judges and through the law and all these people trying to sue him and all this stuff. But there would be a stop to it, and there things would start to break free come toward the fall. And then I saw him winning the election through the Patriots coming out and voting, and throughout America, all throughout. And I saw Trump rising up, and then I saw an attempt.
I don't fucking know what to believe anymore.
No way. You can. Did you listen to that podcast with Terrence Howard and Eric Weinstein?
Yeah, Weinstein was just ass pounding him.
Yeah. So part of that was Eric telling Terrence that he's seeing he's viewing very specific things through a very broad lens.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's just like combining different
like making connections, all sorts of wild connections.
Right. And so if you just keep doing that, you just see like everything, then you just start seeing like, oh, you just start thinking that everything is connected. And that's how I feel that's what's happening. It's like you just zoomed out so far that you're like, oh my God, it's all connected. And it's like, it's not really like that.
Is that what oh shit, I connected the wrong fucking phone. I connected my personal phone. No wonder it worked. Jesus Christ. Is that what Andrew's doing?
Yeah, I feel like that's what he's doing.
Andrew and Terrence Howard have similar connection abilities.
Yeah, they've just zoomed out so far that they're like, oh my God. Like, what is it? Once you see the way broadly, you see it in all things. Is that like a Musashi quote or something?
The guy who called in sent me pictures of.
Oh yeah,
yeah. The fucking guy has a jaw like fucking yellow hostas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you ain't fucking with this dude. And he also looks like he could be the CEO of fucking,
CrossFit.
No, something bigger. Oh my God. Yeah, this guy's fucking a monster. These are cool photos.
That's cool.
What a crazy time to be alive. He has that experience. Boobas. Sevi, hi. My wife's new Kill Taylor shirt got her 2 event wins yesterday here at the Monster Games. Wanted CEO, but they were sold out. Oh, that's all. Oh, that's a shame. Really? They were sold out of CEO shirts? Disgusting.
On the website?
No, probably. I'm guessing.
In person?
Travis was there. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Jenna Howell, an FBI employee, posted her disappointment Trump survived an assassination attempt. Holy shit.
Oh my god, dude. I'm not like, I have family members who do not super like him. Not that they like Biden either, but when they found out about it, they're like, "Oh shit, that's not cool. Like that's not how it's not how things should be done."
Oh wow. Did you see someone just sent me a photo of Trump as Chauvin with his knee on Crook's head.
Wow.
Wow. Shit. Hey, I don't think there's going to be another attempt on him, do you?
No.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I think it'll be pretty difficult from now on for any of that to happen. I think shit's gonna get real tight real quick.
It feels like they don't have the resources to get tight.
Yeah, but I think it's like it'll be more thorough with what they have.
Is that guy Travis Kelce a cuck? Or is that an act too? What's he doing with Taylor Swift?
Dating the richest fucking woman alive.
I guess that's fair.
Like, fuck, I'd hitch my wagon to that every day.
Yeah, I went through a phase where I wanted to fuck Oprah, so I kind of get it.
There you go.
Nothing against Taylor Swift. I've never met her. But she has a song. She goes, "Fuck the patriarchy." And all the women inside the stadium are saying, "Fuck the patriarchy." Men built that stadium. Men built the stage she's standing. Men made the guitar she's using. And men went to work to pay for their daughters to go listen to this shit. What kind of father is even letting his daughter go? If my daughter said, "I want to go listen to someone say fuck the patriarchy," I say, "You better get a job. The patriarchy is about to fucking buy your ticket, dummy." Fucking asleep clown world. I have nothing against Taylor Swift.
God,
I hate that guy so much.
I love Tate so much. He's so awesome.
He's such a fucking. He's such an idiot.
I think he went full Muslim, huh?
Yeah, I don't know I don't really follow him.
He went full Muslim. Taylor Swift just does nothing for me.
No, I think she's.
But if you're gonna fuck her on a G, she walks onto her own G5 and she gets more attractive. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's Taylor Swift, dude.
Yeah.
You're living the dream after that. You don't have to, like Travis. He would never have to work ever again.
Right.
He can just stay at home dad.
There's probably even a surrogate he can fuck.
Yeah.
Surrogate.
A surrogate?
So yeah, surrogate.
Surrogate.
All right.
She's a broomstick. Yeah.
I apologize for bringing the culture wars into the CrossFit space. No, I don't.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh. Someone said, oh, man. I don't Someone just sent me an article from the New York Times. But like, I'll never give them fucking money. All right. Love you guys. Oh, what's today? Sunday? I don't think we have any more. I don't think we have any more shows today. Remember, next week you need a pool to win the $3,000 for Kill Taylor. You need a pool. Oh, tomorrow Bob Forrest. Oh, this is gonna be good.
The addiction DNA guy.
Yeah, but he's a he has a place called the Oro House, a recovery treatment center, Hollywood. Bob Forrest Treatment Center. But let me pull up this guy's wiki. I was listening to his podcast the other day. Man, he fucking knows everybody. Robert O'Neill Forrest is an American musician who's best known for his work with Los Angeles bands Thelonious Monster and The Bicycle Thief. Forrest, a recovering drug addict, has worked for years as a recovery advocate and is co-founder of the Oro House Recovery Center. He hosts podcasts called Rehab Bob, the Don't Die podcast. September 2006, he released his first solo album, Modern Folk and Blues Wednesday. He's also drug counseling, appearing alongside Dr. Drew Pinsky, Celebrity Rehab, and Sober House. He was good friends with River Phoenix, whose overdose death affected Forrest deeply. 2008, he began releasing a series of live digital LPs exclusively at his official website. On April 5th, 2023, he was announced that Forrest, along with Anthony Kiedis, that's one of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, right?
Yes.
And Ron Burkle had formed the production company Said and Done Entertainment. Their first project will be an animated series for TBS called Heliculus, something, which is based on the comic book of the same name. Forrest will also serve as executive producer on the series. Halicious. I wonder if that ever got produced. He's got this. I met him through Sarah Cox. They have a Halicious in the works at TBS. Oh, let me see if there's video of it. Oh, all I get is Gordon Ramsay when I look it up. Anyway, I met him through. So check this out. Have I told you about this yet?
I don't think so.
So I met him through Sarah Cox, and him and Sarah Cox are working together. And Sarah Cox has developed a this test where you take the test, and it tells you if you are predisposed to be addicted to drugs.
Okay.
And so like if you go to the doctor and they give you Vicodin or Oxycontin or whatever, then you can make the decision, hey, should I take this? Should I take this? Should I take this? But it also allows parents, I guess, to test their kids ahead of time, so then you could scare the shit out of your kids and be like, yo, you're predispositioned to get addicted to drugs. Whatever the
Drugs are bad.
Yeah, whatever the genetics are that make someone have an addictive behavior. I guess we'll ask him all about it. But anyway, so I asked Sarah if we could send Taylor Self a test kit.
Yeah.
So he'll test himself, and I want to do a show where Taylor like gets his results back.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Watch him just not be predisposed to be an addict. He just has like, he just can't control himself.
I wanted, you know who else I want to see too? I wonder if I could get Rich Froning to take it, because I remember Rich saying on a podcast one time recently, I saw a clip that he has addiction in his family and that fitness is his addiction.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, wouldn't it? I wonder if he'd do it. Anyway, the product's called, do they have a website yet? DNA for addiction. DNA for addiction.
Call 988 if you have a crisis or contemplating suicide.
That's what it says on the webpage.
No, I googled DNA for addiction and it said help is available. Speak with someone today.
Oh,
988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
They do have a website.
Oh wow.
Discover your genetic risk for opioid dependence with DNA for addiction. Equip yourself with the knowledge of your genetic predisposition to opioid dependence. Our DNA test, while not definitive diagnosis, can help you take proactive measures to minimize risks and personalize your approach to addressing your predisposition to opioid use dependence. Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I wonder if you can buy the test already. Obtain a gene test from DNA for addiction. Once ordered, you'll receive your test kit within 5 business days. Follow the included instructions to collect DNA sample. Upon receipt of the sample, DNA for addiction team experts begin the testing process. Oh, this is a cool website. Anyway, let me see. How much does this thing cost?
$300.
Buy your kit today. What does your gene test do?
Yeah, Pat, that's a great idea. Just don't take opioids.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Fucking tell
Yeah.
that to everybody who's an opioid addict.
All right. This is going to be good tomorrow. All right. Okay, guys. Thank you. See you guys tomorrow morning. Bob Forrest tomorrow morning. It'll be great. I think he's going to have some great stories. He's working with the Red Hot Chili Peppers guy, and he was friends with River Phoenix.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's pretty insane.
Cave, did you ever answer me?
No, he didn't. I was watching.
Douche canoe.